Alrighty. So we are going to be doing today episode number 2 of the Nooner. It's going to hang out for a few minutes and see if anybody shows up for this deal. See who shows up. Oh, we got one. Awkward silence. I feel like I should tell a joke while we're waiting for people to show up. Episode 2 of the Nooner. Maybe I should tell the bull story. Nah. If you want to hear the bull story, send an email out to david@grantcardone.com. I'll send it to you. So I'm going to get rolling. We got one person on. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully this will grow as we get some attention. And today we're actually going to be talking about the result of attention. And so here's what we have going on today. This is the Nooner. This is episode 2. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. My name is David Bradley. Every weekday at 12 o'clock noon, I'm going to Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to pop in here and I'm going to bring you a noontime nugget on either sales, business, or life. The purpose of the Nooner, again, is it's midday for you, and you need to have a little bit of inspiration or some motivation to carry you through into the second half of your day. So you've got lunch for your belly, but you also need some lunch for your mind. So that's the goal of this thing. And if you miss it, it's fine. I'm keeping all of these. I'm catching them, and then I'm going to throw them up on YouTube on a playlist. So if you go to youtube.com/Cardone Solutions, there will be a playlist up there called The Nooner, which you can actually use to catch up on old episodes. If you like what you're seeing, retweet this thing, stream it out to you. Today I want to see if I can get some engagement. If you're watching this as a rerun, please engage anyway, okay? Send me tweets at David R. Bradley over on the Twitter, or send an email out to david@grantcardone.com. So this is an open discussion, and the discussion never ends. So today what we're going to be talking about is criticism, and a little bit more on who I am, just so you know who is talking to you right now. If you're watching, I'm the sales and marketing manager for Grant Cardone. Looks like my guy Jose just tuned in. Hey, buddy. I'm sales and marketing manager for Grant Cardone. I'm also the author of a book called How to Stop Smoking Without Killing Anyone. And health and wellness is a big thing for me, so I'm also a kettlebell aficionado. Russian kettlebell lifting is a hobby of mine. That's who I am. Today we're going to be reading from Chapter 18 in the 10X Rule. We're going to do a couple exercises as well. The chapter, if you've got it memorized, you already know what chapter it is, but we're going to be talking about criticism as a sign of success. And the one thing I'll tell you going into this is not just a business lesson. Criticism being a sign of success it's one of those, I call it a facepalm moment, where like when you really get it, you're like, oh man. And then you think about how effective would I have been, or better could I have been, say, in high school, had I known that criticism was a sign of success, or maybe junior high or college even. It's one of those things where you look back, you're like, man, if I'd have known that then, right? So I'm just going to dig right into this thing, and I'm going to read right out of the book a couple paragraphs, or actually a couple sentences that I think are important, that I want you to take with you into the rest of your day, okay? So here's the first one. The only way to handle criticism is to foresee it as an element of your success formula. Much like fear, it's a sign that you're making the right moves in the right volumes, getting enough attention, and making enough of a splash. So let's talk about that for just a second. Who in the media right now, who can you think of? Let's see some feedback up here. Who's getting some attention right now? Like, who's really getting attention? Play along, Jose. Who can you think of that's getting some attention? I'll start. You want me to start? Who's the obvious one right now? Donald Trump? Donald Trump, a good example, is somebody who's getting a lot of attention in the media right now, right? Huckabee's trying to ride on his coattails. Who else? Obama, obviously. What about our good guy or gal, Bruce or Caitlin, right? They're getting some attention, okay? And the thing they all have in common is that they're getting criticism right now at the same time, okay? You don't have to agree with anything they're saying, but just recognize that in order for them to reach a level of success that they're after, they have to get attention and they have to get criticism. So if you're looking to create success for yourself, you know that attention is coming, it's necessary, but you're also going to start getting some criticism. So what I'd like you to start experimenting with, maybe write them down, think with, what kind of criticism can you expect? When you start pushing for success, when you start really pushing and driving yourself to create the success that you want in your life, you will get criticism. And so you want to prepare for that. So tweet out to me if you can, what kind of criticisms are you expecting already? Make a list so you know it's coming, so when it shows up, it's not a big deal. It's already there. You already went through it, right? Michael Jordan was one of those guys. He practiced harder than he played so that when he got in a game situation, it wasn't a big deal. So bring that concept of that to your anticipation of criticism. So let's dig a little bit more into it. Criticism is not something you want to avoid. Rather, it's what you must expect to come your way when you start hitting it big, okay? Everybody that has hit it big has encountered criticism. It's part of the package. It comes with the program. It's part of the deal. So you want to prepare yourself for it. What kind of criticisms do you think you're going to hear? You got to take it easy, man. You work too hard, right? You ever hear that? You're posting too much on Facebook. What else? Think about those things. Write them down. Be prepared for them, okay? When you start taking enough action, it won't be long, okay, before you're judged by people, and here's the most important part, who aren't taking any. Okay, so when people start telling you you're doing too much, consider the source. Where is it coming from? When they say, hey, you're working too hard. Hey, you never take a break. Hey, you're posting too much. All of those things that we hear, other criticisms that you can anticipate, that you can expect. Consider the source. Who's saying it and why? Okay, which leads me to the wrap up. Yeah, sorry, just got lost in my own little talk right there. Okay, so here's the wrap up. The highest performers, the winners, respond by studying successful people and duplicating success. They train themselves to reach top performer levels because the lower performers are not willing to step up, take responsibility to increase their production because they're not willing to do that, okay? They can only seek to tear down those who are performing at higher levels. Okay? This is true for everybody. If you look back through history, take a look at some pretty heavy hitters who were tore down. Who can you think of? It's kind of obvious, right? Jesus is a good example. John the Baptist, another great example if we want to go into the Bible. If you look back at history, Galileo. Put that dude in jail. So expect it. That's the message today. If you want to create success, you're going to get criticized, and it's coming. So you better prepare for it so you can handle it. Okay? Because in the past, when you got it, you weren't prepared for it. What did you do? You'd retreat. But that's not what 10X is all about. Which leads me to the final point. Tomorrow afternoon, if you're not doing anything, if you're here on the West Coast, it's at 2 p.m. Pacific time. If you're over on the East Coast, it's at 5. Grant is doing a webinar called 10X Everything. It's $49, which is stupid cheap because it's $800 if you go to a seminar live. Okay, so check this thing out. This is not just about 10Xing your business. It's about 10Xing your life, your spirituality, your health, wellness, family. You name it, whatever you want to add to and create massive amounts of success in any area. That's what he's going to be talking about tomorrow. You can go to the website 10xeverything.com, register for this sucker, dig into it. This will change your life. It's a big fat game changer. And if you register but you miss it, we're recording it so you can get the replay. But sign up for this thing. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this nooner. If you missed it, it will be up on YouTube. Come back and see me tomorrow. I'll be on the road, so this will be live on the road tomorrow, which will be fun. Okay. Thanks again for hanging out with me this afternoon. Be great. You know the rest.